shit yourself half to death or piss yourself half alive. You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa, good afternoon, Bug.
Good afternoon, Moss.
Welcome to a special Saturday edition of the Morning Telephone Show from the skittering studios underneath your favorite rock. My name is Moss.
My name is Bug.
And today in the studio, we have a very, very special guest.
Hello, it's me. It's Ty. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you doing, Ty?
I am doing very well. Yeah, I'm just having a good time. It's nice to see you guys.
It's great to see you too. And for anyone who is just a podcast listener and only consuming this in audio, you're missing out on a little bit of fun that is happening on the live video feed.
What do you mean?
Mostly just that Ty, for the first time, as a creator who is famously both mononymous and largely anonymous, you are doing a face reveal.
Yeah, you can see my face right now. Anything that is surprising. I think the biggest surprise is how identical I am to you, Mason.
Yeah, I think it's
Moss. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Moss, Mason, interchangeable. If I had my hat on, or if I had a like a shower cap.
Yeah,
I think I would look pretty close to identical.
Yeah, definitely.
Good afternoon to Joe, who's hanging out here in the chat. Says, "Damn, finally been here since 7." Joe, we don't typically do the show on Saturdays. On Saturdays,
but if you wait every day, you'll be right most of them.
Yeah, eventually
you'll be right eventually. Yeah,
you can just leave the Twitch tab open. We've got a loaded show for you this Saturday. I've got something I read about while pooping to bring to you later.
I've got a Bug Pharma.
And I have a segment that I've already forgotten the name of.
People also ask.
People always also ask. That's what I've got for you guys today.
People also ask. In the chat also is AJ. Good afternoon, AJ. AJ says, beautiful face, Ty. Joe says, this was teased yesterday, so I've been ready.
That's fair.
That's amazing. So without further ado, why don't we launch into it? And selfishly, because I'm the one who controls the soundboard, I'm going to start.
Here's something I read while I was pooping.
I love the fart. It's a real fart from our friend CSW. So this was actually sent in to us. I read about this while pooping, but after being made aware of it by Colin Parker, twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. You should follow him. Check this out. This is the headline. They dressed like a bear and damaged a Rolls Royce in an audacious insurance scheme. This comes to us from the Los Angeles Times.
You're not going to believe this. I almost brought this today.
You almost brought this same story?
Yes.
You guys are not going to believe this. I was the bear.
Oh no. So the story is headed up by this big image of these fake fuzzy bear claws and then meat claws. Bug, can you, as a kitchen person, explain meat claws?
If you had not said the name, I would not know what they are, but I do know it's like they're sort of like brass knuckles that you can use to tear meat apart. They're like spiky, like Wolverine claws to shred.
Terrifying.
Now, I have never used one of them.
I've not either.
How well do you think it would do at ripping apart a car or doing damage to a car?
I think damage, fine, but the audio of it would be hell.
Yeah.
I would give up immediately.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and read this article by Summerlin and Hannah Fry from the LA Times. We'll link it in the description. Operation Bear Claw was definitely a new kind of insurance fraud case. The target, a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes-Benz. The weapon, a bear suit and meat claws. A Southern California woman and 2 men who pleaded no contest this week in a scheme to rip off insurance companies by putting on a bear costume and staging fake attacks on luxury vehicles have been sentenced to jail time. The scam was strictly small time. Insurance companies lost a total of $141,839, but authorities said it represented a highly unusual take on car insurance fraud that was uncovered only when an investigator from one of the insurance companies took a careful look at surveillance video of the orchestrated attacks.
Wow.
It's definitely out of the ordinary, said Captain Eric Hood, a 20-year veteran with the California Department of Insurance who led the probe. In an interview with the Times on Friday, quote, I don't think we saw anything to that extent in the past where they got a bear suit is definitely unique. I'm going to go ahead and throw another picture up on stream. I'm going to ask you, Ty, to describe what we're looking at.
Oh, my God. It looks like... Oh, God, how do I describe this? There is just a pile of bear on the floor.
Yeah.
Lots of bear. And then there are these horrifying brass knuckle type things, but with spikes that it looks like if you were to get punched by one, it would destroy you.
Yeah, it would impale you.
Yeah.
And the bear is not realistic. what is the quality of this surveillance footage
that it was a question?
that it was a question.
I'll try and scroll up so I can get the face of this thing in there. So, I mean, think about surveillance footage though at the same time, right? Think about how crunchy that is. I can totally see this, how this panned out to some extent.
I feel like that is such a hard needle to thread, because you don't if it's really terrible quality, you don't need the costume at all, right? Yeah. And if it's really good quality, the costume's not going to work. How confident are you that you have found the right quality of security cam footage that this will work? And I mean, clearly they got it wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me ask you
that's a perfect segue into how confident they are. I can tell you it's in the article, but go ahead, Bug.
I was just going to say, what do you think is the sort of critical problem-solving ability of someone who says, I want to run an insurance fraud scam, and what they come up with is, I'm going to wear a bear costume and use these meat claws on a car?
So here's how confident those people were. The state's investigation into the bizarre scheme started in 2024 after the group claimed a bear entered their 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost, which retails for $245,000 new in Lake Arrowhead, and scratched up the inside of the car. In an attempt to bolster their story, they even submitted a video of the incident, but ultimately it would be their undoing, authorities said.
That's so funny.
They sent their own video in, and here is how it's described by the authors of this article. Video of the attack released by the Department of Insurance shows what appears to be, to the casual observer at least, a person in a brown bear costume entering a car, rummaging around and pawing at the inside. The video includes photos of superficial scratches on the vehicle's expensive leather seats and door panel. But when an insurance company claims investigator reviewed the video footage, they noticed something odd. Aside from the fact that there hasn't been a true brown bear or California grizzly in the Golden State since the 1920s.
Only fucking lying ones.
The way the ferocious, albeit slightly skinny beast was moving looked less ursine and more human. So they did about as good a job as you imagined they did. And it sounded like they really thought it would work.
I never imagined that they would have had the time to look at the footage and think, does this read? Like, I thought they were just caught by like someone else's camera. That's fascinating.
Yeah, to send it in yourself is a wild choice. Checking in with chat on this story, we have some very good comments. Joe says, a lot of those meat claws are plastic, which would be even more impressive.
Yeah.
Joe said, I'm team bear, insurance is a scam.
Totally.
And surveillance cameras are usually ass, not like the 4K security cans in the movie. Yeah. With the enhance. And Matt Bliss says, this became clear when the bear performed the floss dance as it exited the vehicle before running into the forest.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible. A quick technical aside note. I do notice that we have some very jittery video going on, so I apologize if the stream experience is suboptimal. We're having some network issues, some local network issues today.
Yeah.
Should not affect your enjoyment of today's program, however. So that is something I read about while pooping. Thanks again to Colin Parker, twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. You should follow Colin and his stuff. We stream together on Mondays. And if you have funny stories you want to submit, either leave a voicemail about them at 848-MOSS-BUG or join our Discord, bugandmoss.com/Discord. Then click the big green button that it gives you, and boom, you'll be in our Discord server.
Hell yeah.
Gabish.
Gabosh. What's good?
Do we want to sweep to a little voicemail?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want to take a second and look into our phone records. We have a couple voicemails from Atticus from last week. This is from Tuesday from last week.
Hey, Bug and Moss, it's Atticus. I would like to add to the conversation about like fictionalized like zodiacs or like personality indicators. Firstly, in terms of my element or bending element, what element I would bend. I would like to also be a waterbender because I also thought Katara was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I also feel like that's pretty accurate to me. If we were going off of actual zodiac, I would be a firebender, but that's not that isn't true. But I've always like been very like I was in my grandparents' pool like all of the time growing up. Like I was a water kid. Like
Hell yeah.
We were playing mermaids.
Mermaids.
We were doing everything.
Yes.
I was pretending to water bend in my school all the time.
Oh yeah.
So that's my answer to that. An additional one, and I'm surprised that Bug didn't mention it yet. Percy Jackson / Greek gods and goddesses.
That is a huge
like
surprise. I didn't mention that. Your godly parent
parental,
would be huge.
Greek god or goddess would be. I like that was my thing growing up. It was all about like, okay, which cabin would you be in? If you had asked me when I was younger, I think it would have been Artemis.
Yeah.
I still feel like that's pretty accurate. Though as I've gotten older, and gayer, frankly, Dionysus also feels pretty accurate for myself.
So good.
But yeah, would love to hear Bug and Moss's parental deities and any of the other critters, which Greek god or goddess like they feel they connect with best.
Atticus.
Yeah.
Atticus, you're a legend.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of that. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you, Atticus. As I've grown older and gayer, I find myself more attracted to Dionysus.
So true.
Is an iconic. I want that on like a cross stitch.
Yeah. I want
then,
that on a cross.
So I need y'all to explain this to me because Percy Jackson wrote the Aragon books or whatever.
No, Percy
so
Jackson. That's an amazing statement.
I'm wrong then.
Yes, Percy Jackson is the main character of a series of books about Greek gods. Now, my wife Sam.
Who wrote Aragon then?
Christopher Paolini.
Yes, Christopher Paolini.
Okay.
My wife read Percy Jackson as a kid. I did not. And so we've been using those as our long drive together audiobooks.
Oh, yeah.
So I recently have listened to the first 4 Percy Jackson books. So I actually do have an answer to this.
So explain the system that like, so, because we're talking
Brooke,
about like fictional astrology, and this is like
So in the Percy Jackson books, it specifically focuses on demigods. So you would have a human parent and then a godly parent.
Okay.
And then the concept around this is that there's a camp called Camp Half-Blood that you need to go to when you are young because monsters will try to attack you because you have this godly parentage. And a lot of the kids in this universe don't survive.
Okay.
So they go to this summer camp that helps them like learn how to fight and stay safe or whatever. And you stay in the cabin that is like of your parent.
Okay.
So you would have like, you know, your Hades cabin, your Athena cabin, your Artemis cabin, what have you, like all down the line. I also have an answer to this. I've thought about it a lot, obviously.
Is it all the Greek gods? Are there just like, is there
let's just focus on the main pantheon. So like your main 12, I think.
Hermes.
Yeah, it's Hermes for you, for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
1000%.
you're right.
So, and I'm basing that off of the Hercules Hermes.
Yeah, no, but you're right, though.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I saw him and I was like, I don't know if I have a crush on Hermes or if I want to be Hermes. You know, that kind of situation?
Yeah.
I have a crush on Hermes, so that works for me.
Well, he's cute, right?
I would have said that for you. Mm-hmm. So knowing almost nothing, you've gotten it. Ty, what would yours be?
So we talked about this a lot. I'm going to dive outside of the main 12.
Okay.
I believe that who Sam and I landed on was Eurus, the god of the southeast winds.
That does make sense for you.
Yeah. It's also the god of like the autumn winds.
Can you paint me a picture of the vibe of this god? I don't know Greek gods at all.
I don't remember why we landed on this because this was a couple of months ago. But
what is the god like?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't really remember. I don't think they have as strong of a personality because there's not as many myths about them because they're fairly minor god.
Okay.
But we did, like when Sam and I were talking about this, we did kind of agree that I would be not one of the main gods, probably.
I picture Eurus. So I pulled up the Wikipedia page, but without looking at any of that, the way that I picture Eurus is sort of like a very old, weird king. Like that's sort of the energy I have in my head for Eurus.
There's that, and there's also like I believe that this is the one of the least important of the 4 gods of the winds.
Yeah.
Because like there's the north, there's the south, there's the east, there's the west, and like the south winds are not the important ones. Oh, and they're like a mild wind. They're they're not
Not
the
like a
wind.
gale.
Yeah, it's not the one that brings death. It's not the one that brings life. It's the one that brings just kind of a pleasant vibe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And they also have a cloak associated with them, which obviously, if you're going to be in Percy Jackson and you're going to be a kid, you want to have a magical boon item.
Yeah, you want an item for sure.
And so having like a cool godly cloak would be rad.
Yeah. would
So
be
at Camp
next level.
Half-Blood, you just be like kind of sleeping outside on the
Yeah.
roof of a different cabin, perhaps.
Yeah. I would probably end up staying. I mean, because this is probably not a god that has enough support to
Yeah.
have their own cabin. So I'd probably end up staying with the Hermes gods.
Yeah.
Because the Hermes, among other things, Hermes is god of a lot of things, but one of the things he's god of is god of travelers.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the camp, if you haven't been claimed yet and you don't know who your parent is, you stay with Hermes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, everyone can come hang. I'm down with that.
That is very your vibe.
Yeah. What about you, Bug?
Aphrodite. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've thought a lot.
Yeah.
It was
that's
one
you.
of those things, speaking of this question, as we've talked about it before, I like didn't want it to be true. I wanted to be like, oh, like probably Athena because I'm like so smart or whatever. But like
I
Aphrodite,
could see Athena for you. I could.
Aphrodite's very cool, actually. And I became pretty obsessed with the mythology around her. There's something really interesting about her where she has a mythology that is like both as a god with a lot of power and as bound to the earth, and her bound to the earth mythology seems to really track with like the oppression of women.
Yeah.
And then she has this like really powerful side of her. And I think that's really interesting that even as a god, a lot of the women in mythology have like all of these like bindings and trappings of their femininity. So I fuck with Aphrodite.
Nice.
That's Ma.
That's
you know.
cool. Let's check in with chat real quick on the waterbenders. So before we hit that, Matt Bliss said, have you ever made your elbows piss in the shower?
Hell
We're
yeah.
all waterbenders.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Nothing better than a good old elbow piss. Spooky Spouse is hanging out with us. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, Lindsay. Atticus is hanging out, too. Atticus said older and gayer and wiser. Spooky
Yes.
Spouse said, are Bug and Moss is older, gayer, and wiser? The rumor come out. And then Jordan submitted a question at the end here. And this is a question I don't even know where to begin to answer. Jordan says, real question, are the characters in this series, presumably the Percy Jackson series, designed to make people thirsty for thinking about over-the-clothes touching? This is a real question.
I don't think so. No.
Isn't it a book series for children?
It is a book series for children.
Which
and
doesn't save any book series, to be clear.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
your deep dive on Twilight has me thinking
Yeah.
that.
I believe that the author has said that he started writing the book series so that he could have a hero character in a children's book series that has ADHD
Yeah,
and dyslexia
for his kid.
Oh, wicked cool.
Yeah.
So, and for his young kid. So I don't think he was trying to make his young kid horny and thirsty.
That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Jordan says, also, I'm tuning in from an airplane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'd turned your phone off.
Hopefully.
Are you paying for that airplane Wi-Fi?
I'll talk to my dad and have him give you a nice little southwesterly breeze.
And Matt said something that I don't understand, but maybe y'all would. Maybe with 2 out of the 3 fourth wingers in the same room might be time to address that old thread. Does that make sense to you?
What?
Did you read Fourth Wing, Ty?
Oh, I am reading the second book right now.
Oh, okay. I still haven't read it.
Yeah. I honestly don't think I have any worthwhile commentary about it yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Matt. I was thinking about that old conversation recently, but yeah, I don't have any good insight yet.
Yeah, I know I got to read it.
And a couple last check-ins with chat before we move to our next segment. Blueberry Finch, Atticus said, I'm sure it'd help unlock some gender and gay things for me as a
Yeah.
youngin'.
I'm sure. I feel like the reason there are so many Greek retellings right
Yeah.
now is because all of the people that read Percy Jackson as kids are coming to age.
Yeah.
And can write their own stuff now.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then Spooky Spouses says it's $8,000 per minute for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
To which AJ
Jeez.
replied,
Worthwhile.
gross and expensive.
yeah.
Worthwhile.
Worthwhile. All right. What else we want to do too? We got Ty. You have a people also ask that you've prepared for us. Is that correct? Oh, Ty.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Off mic, in camera. Now the autofocus does not like you anymore. So
That's
you're
okay.
quite blurry. Yeah. So, all right, Ty. Why don't we dive right into that?
Hey, what about a very small internet quiz?
So ready.
All right. So today we are going to be doing the People Also Ask for the Flatwood Monster. Flatwoods Monster.
Can you start by telling me what the Flatwoods Monster is?
So that's a great question, Mason. The first question is, what was the Flatwoods Monster really?
Okay, I don't know anything about what this is, so I'll just give a guess.
Yep.
I'm imagining sort of like a little gremlin made out of tree bark with big feet that stomps around and tries to trick you into giving it your hair.
Okay, that's okay. And the question is, what is the Flatwood Monster really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I keep thinking backwoods, like the cheap cigars
Hell
that they
yeah.
sell at gas stations.
Yeah.
So I imagine the Flatwoods Monster is like some kid in a NASCAR flat cap or like a Fox flat cap driving a 2000 Jeep Cherokee with no rocker panels that sounds like 3 trucks.
Yeah.
And it tries to sell you weed if you're 15.
Yeah.
So the reason this is on my mind is because yesterday I was driving through West Virginia and I passed through a town that had a Flatwoods Monster museum, and I did not remember what it was. So in my mind, I was sort of imagining a huge freaking salamander, just like really big. But what it actually turned out to be is a very tall humanoid with big glowing yellow eyes and a red head and like a green suit type of thing.
So I was really close.
Yeah. But the people also ask, what was the Flatwoods Monster really? A barn owl perched in a tree with shadows making it appear to be a large humanoid.
What?
That's what Google says.
A barn owl.
And barn owls do have a crazy looking face, especially if you see them in the middle of the night and are a little drunk, as I assume the people that reported it were.
Yeah.
Based on nothing.
Yeah. Okay, what's our next question?
Our next question is,
People also ask,
is the Flatwoods Monster hostile?
I thought you were going to say hot.
the answer is yes, always, of course. Of course. Mothman, cheeked up. Flatwoods Monster, probably got a dumper.
Yeah, probably got a dumper.
I don't say dumper, and I just said it for the first time ever, and I hate it. I actually want to take that back.
I had a really good time.
I don't like it. Yo, that thing pooped, though.
Yeah.
Joe sent me a picture of Jabba the Hutt dropping it low with a big old donk, and I think about it every single day.
Yeah.
Joe, if you're hanging out in the chat, thanks for that brain virus. Is it hostile? I think yes.
I think it is really safe and takes you to its nest and keeps you warm.
I feel like it is hostile in ways that it does not think is hostile, but we interpret as hostile. People also ask, is the Flatwoods Monster hostile? The Flatwoods Monster came to Earth in 1952.
Came to Earth.
Came to Earth in 1952 after the primordial anger entered its neural systems and caused it to become hostile to humanity.
Oh.
So it is indeed hostile.
Okay, that's a point for Mason, I think.
Yeah,
You were
okay.
like, yeah.
That's one for me. Woo! All right,
Woo!
1 point for Mason.
People also ask, what is a half cat, half human called?
Oh, well, a chimera by default, but I think there's a more specific name for that.
A sphinx?
That's what I was thinking. I always feel like this is going to say sphinx, but I don't know.
Sphinx. I'm going to go with chimera.
It says a half cat, half human hybrid is most commonly referred to as a werecat or a nekomimi.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Or a Aeluranthrope or
Okay.
cat folk. This is bullshit.
Yeah,
I
this is-
don't believe this.
Aeluranthrope?
Yep. Okay, see, the other one was from Alphapedia Wiki on fandom.com. This is an AI overview, which is why it's fucking bullshit that nobody actually believes.
Yeah, that's skeevy.
That's skeevy.
All right, Ty, final question, I think.
Boy. Oh man, there's a lot of people, real human people on here, and I don't.
Well, if you want to do more, we can. I think we just traditionally have done 3.
Yeah. Let's go for what is. People also ask, what is the prettiest mythical creature?
Oh, okay.
The prettiest. Oh, and this is a Family Feud style one where it's going to be like, what are people
Prettiest
thinking?
Mythical.
Prettiest mythical
The
creature?
prettiest mythical
First
creature.
thought, best thought, I'm going to go with Griffin.
Yeah, second thought, medium thought, I'm going to go with Siren because, like, by default, again, I'm kind
that
of
makes
leaning on,
sense.
like, you know, people be like, well, you know, if you're crashing a ship, you know how expensive
Yeah.
and hard to build ships
Yeah,
are.
totally.
Yeah.
Matt Bliss says Medusa, I reckon.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I'm going to say Jersey Devil.
Hell yeah.
All right, dude. It's
Fuck.
it's going to be Mothman, huh?
This is fucking bullshit. It's, again, another AI overview.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Ah, man, is a way past for me possible to get past that?
I think that's kind of how it
It's
does
how it
now.
do. It's how it do. The first one didn't. But this is saying the phoenix is often considered the
Oh.
most beautiful mythical creature.
I guess that's fair.
And others include the graceful unicorn, the enchanting mermaids, and the elegant winged Pegasus.
You can leave some of those adjectives at home, Gemini.
Yeah.
not.
I would give that to
Not
Mason
helpful.
because mermaid and siren seem really closely related to me.
I
Yes.
get the water connection. Woo! I won. People also asked. Yeah. Happy day for me.
People also ask, who's the best at People Also Ask on the Bug and Moss morning telephone show?
I can't wait. I can't wait till that happens. Till we get ingested by the AI and our show starts being known about.
Oh.
You know it's what you got, Ty?
I just, this is not a, people also ask because there's no fucking way any of you guys would have well, Brooke might have it, but I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Let's find out.
see.
People also ask, and I'm choosing this one because it does not have an AI overview.
Okay.
Who is Zeus's only male lover?
Zeus only had one male
don't
lover. I
know
thought
this.
Zeus was just like rolling in it all day, all genders, all ways, all the time.
I'm just going to guess Jason because I don't have anything else.
Hold up. There's no god named Jason.
Oh,
No. He's
not
like a
god.
hero.
He's in
mortal
Greek
hero.
mythology.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no Greek mythology. There's like Heronius and like Odysseus and Adonis and Jason.
from Pizza Hut.
Jason.
Yeah. Jason works at a fucking cell phone store. Zeus comes down with his lightning bolt and he's like, I need a new SIM card for this thing.
This is saying, people also ask, who is Zeus's only male lover? Romans believed that Ganymede was gay and served as Zeus's lover because he was one of the few mortals, granted immortality by Zeus in Greek mythology. Ganymede is sometimes framed as the god of homosexual love, placed in the pantheon besides Eros and Hymenaeus. This is from study.com.
Again,
Wow.
proving my point with the Jason thing there, but yeah, interesting. AJ says, wasn't it the bull or was he the bull? It was an animal, right? Nope.
He was a bull. He did a lot of transforming into stuff and doing really terrible.
Yeah, bad guy.
Here's a
horrific
question. Here's a
things.
question for the room. If you could transform into one animate or inanimate object, but it was the only thing you could ever transform into, what would you
Can
pick?
you turn back?
Yeah, you can
okay,
transform
okay.
at will to and from something, animate or inanimate. What would you choose? Does anything jump out to you immediately?
Oh, that's hard. And I assume you have human level intelligence still.
Yeah. You are. It is the like ideal fictionalized version of transforming into
Gotcha.
something.
If I get broke as the thing, do I break in real life?
Yeah. Yep,
Okay,
yep,
fuck.
yep.
Okay, that changes stuff.
My first thought was a cell phone. Why? Because I don't know. I feel like I'd be able to do stuff because I could connect to the internet. Maybe I don't know.
I would go with cat.
So if I got lost, if we got lost in the woods, Bug, I could be like, "Don't worry, make a call on me," and then you could make a call on me.
You would have service, you think?
Make a call on me. Yeah, I'd be on Verizon probably,
Yeah.
the world's
okay.
fastest 5G network.
I've considered becoming a crow,
I
but
believe that you could. You're saying this as though it was offered to you.
yeah, I've considered becoming a crow. But the problem is, if I become a crow and then I change back, I feel like if a crow ever sees me become a crow,
Right.
You're
I'm
fucked.
fucked.
So
Yeah.
Like their social structure is such that like I would become a legendary figure, and either like I would have no control over whether I was their hero or their monster.
Yeah.
You would forever
You know?
change the migratory pattern of crows because they would form their own fucking marathon event to tell other crows about you. They would be like,
Yeah.
shit, we got to send someone to tell every other crow on Earth about this freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like cell phone would be me. Crow would be
Okay.
Ty. What would you be, bud?
I'd be a cat.
You'd be a cat?
Yeah.
Cat's a great choice.
I think being
Classic.
a cat would be
Very
really nice.
good.
It's boring, but it's true.
If I could be reincarnated as anything, I'd pick a cat, I think. But as far as like at-will transformation, I'm more attracted to the inanimate. I feel like that's more.
I would become a star.
That would be very bad for everyone around
Yeah.
you. Pretty immediately.
When I would hold on to it until my life was coming to an end,
And then you take everyone out
and then
with
I just
you.
take everyone out with me, take all the whole solar system, destroy everything, destroy the sun, basically.
Yeah.
It would be quite a way to go.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Atticus says, my first instinct was a slinky, which is
I
also
love a slinky. That would feel good, dude.
AJ says a portable battery fan, so I can always have white noise for sleep.
Be white noise.
You would be white. Would you be able to sleep? You'd have to be on to be the fan, and then you would turn off when you fell asleep.
Hey, Brooke, could you pass me that slinky over there?
Oh, the slinky that's up on the back of the back of the easel over here. That's my slinky for demonstrating wave dynamics. Here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. How's that feeling, Ty? How's that?
I did not expect that to fit over your whole body.
Yeah.
Yet here we are.
Yeah, your arms are pinned down now.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Let's dip over to the. Well, actually, it is 11:30, so it's time for me to tell you that if you need something notarized, or if you're getting married and you want a speech, or if you just want someone to show up and do a tight five, I'm sure he'd be willing. AJ Sermons and Such is the place to go. AJ is one of our community partners at patreon.com/bugandmoss. Everyone in the room has treated this like a real ad break. Ty's back. Bug has left the room. But that was the extent of what I had to say. Sermons_such@yahoo.com, or the phone number that you can call is a number that does exist that I do not have on hand. But it is in the Discord. I should get that. AJ, at some point we should touch base about how you want us to plug your show. Checking in with the chat, Matt Bliss says, how many people are getting activated nightmares seeing Ty as a Muppet? LOL. Ty, how would you respond to that?
I don't get it. I mean, because this is my own human body.
Yeah, who didn't think Ty was a Muppet?
Yeah.
From
I say human body. Obviously, that's just a saying. It's an idiom, I guess. But this is my own body, and I feel like I'm being felt shamed.
Yeah, I do. This does feel a little bit like felt shaming, and on this show, we don't feel that.
No.
AJ says this is fine, and Matt says, I'm thinking of Muppet-related phobias.
Hey, Mason, while we wait for Brooke to get back, how do you feel about giving me a couple of Muppets to try to do?
Oh, how fun.
I have not prepared this.
So a thing that every white guy's got in their back pocket is some permutation of Kermit. So why don't you go ahead and give me your 30-second Kermit?
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. Miss Piggy. Oh, hey. Oh, Brooke, you're back. How are you doing?
That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
How can I improve that?
Well, it's kind of inimitable. Kermit's rounder. Here's the thing.
Rounder.
Name another Muppet.
Name another Muppet.
I can't think of another one.
Gonzo's my fave.
Oh, I have no idea. What is Gonzo? Gonzo? I don't even know how Gonzo sounds.
Yeah, I don't know how he sounds either. There's more of a looks thing for me.
Gonzo.
I don't.
We're just inventing voices for
I think
Muppets at
Gonzo's
this
just
point.
like a person, you know?
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Just a dude.
Gonzo's just a guy. Hashtag free Gonzo. I feel like that might be co-op. The word Gonzo feels weird to me.
It maybe. I don't know.
Jordan says, picturing that puppet driving a car from the DMV to Kentucky is very funny.
Yeah.
Let's dip back into the voicemails. 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call. It's a real phone number. Leave a voicemail. Send a text message. Call it 848-MOSS-BUG. This is Atticus.
Bug and Moss, it's Atticus again. I'm thinking about the conversation we're having about gummies and weed and theoretical, getting zooted. Theoretically.
Yeah.
And just yesterday, I'm recording this on 421, so post 420, I was texting a friend because I decided to celebrate the holiday. I was like, I'm going to partake in some hypothetical
Hypothetical.
gummies. and then take a little walk in the park that's next to my apartment. And I'm walking around, and I text my friend, and I'm like, I think this is maybe the closest that humans could get to having like vampire heightened senses, because I was like, I can hear everything in this park, and everything is like brighter and like bolder. But it made me like think of a question that I've posed to my other friends before. If you were a vampire, and let's say we're going off of the canon of Stephenie Meyer's Twilight, each vampire has a different like special power. What would and it's kind of like the like superhero, like if you had superpowers, what would they be? But like it has to be a vampire context. This is specific. What would your vampire like superpower be?
Fascinating.
I'm posing this question, and I don't even know what mine would be actually.
I think that depends on a lot
it depends on the other vampire like lore that we're going off of, because a lot of vampire lore, like they're able to fly, but some of them can't. Because my instinct was like, I want to be able to fly. But again, depends on the canon that we're existing in. This is a very neurotypical and neurotypical answer to this. But yeah, would love to hear what people would want their like vampire like superpower or like like amplified ability to be. Let me know your thoughts.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Atticus. Love you too, Brooke. You need to feed us some context, I think.
Yeah, so real quick, I'm going to run it down, and I'm not going to get bogged down in Twilight lore.
As our Twilight expert.
What is important to know is that it is heavily implied in Stephenie Meyer's lore around vampires that a gift that you will have as a vampire might have some presentation in your human life. So, for example, and this I think would be interesting. For example, there's a character who has precognition. It is implied that she was institutionalized as a human. So it's possible she exhibited some of this precognition, and like it's hinted that a character who can read minds might have been very intuitive. So like think of traits in yourself that you think could be heightened by becoming a vampire.
Can I ask, are they typically traits that are helpful when hunting human beings?
They are, and they also can be helpful when dealing with other vampires. What I will say is in Stephenie Meyer's lore, what you're not going to have is anything that like physically changes your body, though you might have some kind of glamour that you can affect the minds of people around you. There's a character who can affect emotions via the parasympathetic nervous system, for example.
Interesting.
Are any of them just like good at music or comedy?
I don't know if that comes up. And they don't all have powers.
Yeah.
But let's assume you will.
Okay.
That's tricky because I don't have any superpowers like that. Like if I had to identify my strongest ability as a person, it would be like to teach myself things. Like that's the skill I have, is like I'm very good at like learning technical systems, but I don't know how that turns into a vampire.
Well, I would imagine as a vampire, what that would turn into is it's like instantaneous. You know, like that thing where you can just like pick something up. You can pick something up and take it apart, and now you know how it works.
Be like the lady from the math meme where I can look at a situation and be like, there's the physics of this whole thing. Yeah. Okay.
Brooke, do you have an answer for yourself? I wonder if that'll help us find something for ourselves.
I think the trait in myself that would be most recognizable would be something like, and Mason, you have this too, like walking into a room and immediately sort of understanding everyone's feeling,
well,
like
that's an anxiety
how they're vibing.
symptom. That's a trauma-induced hypervigilance symptom.
Yeah, but it's not a thing that I experience in that way anymore. Like if I see that someone is struggling, I'm like, they're struggling. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I don't feel like I need to do something about it. I'm not exactly sure how something like that would translate to a power, but I guess what would be really powerful is walking into a room and like, I know immediately. I know exactly, I think that very moment, the vibe that they have. Like, I do not want to read minds. I do not think I would have that. I'm not interested in that. But I'm imagining being able to sort of immediately understand, oh, this person is really nervous or really stressed, and like I could kind of understand it for a whole room at a glance.
Ooh, what? How would you feel about you can tell where people's attention are? And how that applies to vampires is like you could use it to very easily just avoid attention if you wanted.
Yes.
Or you can tell like, oh, Mason is really looking at this thing. I can tell that he is very interested in that, even though he's trying to hide that that's where his attention's going.
That's it.
good.
That's it, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you just
Yeah.
have instant recognition of where everyone's attention is focused.
And being able to choose whether to draw it or divert it is very cool.
Ty, I know yours right off the bat.
what do you
very
got?
Easily. Mimicry.
What? In what way?
You'd be able to hear something and make the sound again, like a fucking Kenku in D&D.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd be down with that. That'd be fun. I'm like a lyrebird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Checking in with chat. I want to say hi to George. George said, holy shit, I got to be in a live stream. Yeah, George.
Hey, George.
Hi,
Welcome.
George.
We're finally late enough for you. Yeah, we're late enough for the afternoon crew. Matt says, muscle memory was a sick power from Heroes Season 2.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
a
very
thing
good.
and be able to do it. That's pretty
Very
cool.
good.
And Jordan has sent us something that I think is going to divert us off of this segment.
Oh.
Jordan says, that I'm just going to consider this as writing in. Jordan has written in and says, milk update. I was adding as many milk powder mixables as I could find into one big cart on Amazon. I was going to save them for later so I could share them with you two if you ever wanted to do a milk stream. I accidentally bought a Nesquik churro milk powder and Lindsay ended up paying for it because it went on an open order she had. I didn't know that was a thing. So, hey, I'll be drinking churro milk for presumably years. So I'll let you know if it's good or not.
I took a
Yes.
picture of this at the store yesterday.
Churro milk?
Yes, because Michael had been saying, oh, like, what about Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then at the store yesterday, I saw churro milk, and I was like, I bet that's tasty.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I bet it'd be really good.
Yeah, I love churros.
So you're the banana milk school guy.
Yes, I am the banana milk school guy. Banana milk would show up, I think, maybe over the course of, 12 grades. I think it showed up maybe 20 times, maybe more.
Yeah.
And it would be just a delight. It was very, very good. Now, was it better than the other stuff? Probably not.
Okay.
But the novelty really helped it.
Yeah.
I did love a strawberry milk.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I think I loved vanilla milk more because it was less commonly available than strawberry milk.
Yeah.
But strawberry milk was definitely better.
Novelty will go a long way towards getting me to put something in my mouth. And you can, and
Definitely.
I'm always saying that.
Yeah.
He's always putting stuff in his mouth.
If it's novel, it's going in the hovel.
Shovel in the hovel.
Shovel the novel into my hovel.
Yeah.
Ty over here chewing on some pencils and stuff. George says, isn't churro milk just thick horchata?
That feels pretty right. We were talking about horchata recently because horchata is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And horchata is rice milk, of course, so it's not dairy milk. It would be something that you could easily presume is safe to drink if you're lactose intolerant. And it has a cinnamon flavor that's freaking delish, dude.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I would be very curious to try it. Thank you for that milk news update, Jordan. Beep, 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 beep.
Milk news.
Let's do a little bit of sausage talk on this show. Just a
Whoa.
brief thing
Whoa.
while everyone's hanging out here. Yeah.
Yummy.
Sausage talk is a term we're stealing from the Regulation podcast where they talk about how the sausage gets made. This is something that's been on my mind is I want to do more segments with the more
Yeah.
like shoop, 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 shoop. I'm wondering milk updates is probably not necessarily one that we'll end up doing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
But what kind of segments should we include in the show? I want to know your thoughts. 848 Mossbug or write them into chat. What are some good like segment ideas? We've got, so let's start by listing the segments we have done on this show.
Wait,
real
can I make
quick.
a quick point?
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier the idea of having some segment openers that are more flexible.
Yes, exactly. Something where it's you hit play and it can be pretty wide. Like we've been using the internet quiz thing for
Yeah.
everything. I think at this point we probably want to codify people also ask. That feels like a game to
Yes.
play a lot.
yeah.
I think that having something that is a general food topic,
Oh, that's good.
food opener, could be
Ooh,
very useful.
Food hounds.
Food hounds.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Atticus has said, what about milk updates or our milk up? Oh, so sorry. Atticus says, what about our milk updates?
Yes.
Which I forgot our milk was our sort of like, I don't want to say scam because it's a completely legitimate product, but it's milk for people who don't want to drink milk. It's very Gwyneth Paltrow coded, and Atticus and I are planning to get rich off of it.
Yeah, you've developed a sort of full production packet.
Yeah, we have. We'll have to digitize that and distribute it again.
Yeah, so everyone can know about Arno.
Atticus made an amazing packet for it.
Okay. So this is not a thing that I should already know about.
Yeah, no.
I will put my hand down.
Atticus said, not Atticus. George says, I feel like I'm kind of inadvertently doing Gamer Alert as a segment with my recent submissions. So yeah, I'll go ahead and add that Gamer Alert.
Advice. So bug advice is something I want to do.
Yeah, you've brought that up a few times. I feel like that could be a very good segment.
Yeah. I like telling people what they should do with their lives.
Yeah. We got something I read about while pooping. That one's staying.
Yeah, that one's great. I haven't done this one in a while, but I do think I still have the tab open, and it's one that I think could be really good, which is that afraid to ask. Like at this point, I'm afraid to ask.
Yes.
What the thing that I did it with on the show was kayfabe, which I recently had to ask you about again.
Yes.
Because people just keep saying it like everyone knows what it is.
I was talking with somebody, I mentioned the Blue Man Group, and they did not know what I was talking about, and I had to be like,
oh yeah,
do you actually, are you messing with me? Is this a joke, or do you actually not know what it is? And
the Blue Man Group?
The Blue Man Group.
I had a friend who auditioned for them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's amazing.
My friend Nick Kelly. Miss you,
so
Nick.
cool.
Hope you're doing good.
But I think the person thought that I was like judging them for not knowing this thing, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Like the Blue Man Group doesn't matter.
No.
I was just surprised. And so, yeah, you need to not be afraid, and having like a little open spot to like ask questions. That's great.
I would love to have people submit afraid to ask, and we could try to answer if we have the knowledge or figure it out.
What about one called "Oops, I Said Something Dumb" for when we need to issue a correction?
That's a good
about
one.
Some factual statements.
We should call that one milk updates.
Yes.
Okay.
So I also have film buffering and bug pharma.
And bug pharma.
I haven't done this one in a while, but I also have upwards and onwards.
Oh yeah.
So
Isn't
those
it
are
onwards and upwards, or is it upwards and onwards?
It's written as upwards and onwards, but who knows?
I like that because it's sort of a malapropism, because I believe the saying is onwards and upwards.
Well,
so
who
I like
knows?
upwards
Not
and onwards.
me, clearly.
Jordan said, happy to record these for you, not from the airplane, but soon. Jordan, hell yeah, that would be amazing. Because I love having your voice as like the imaging guy voice of the show. I'll email you a list, and I'd like to pay you for your trouble somehow.
Yeah.
But we're also broke, so like we should figure something out, because you're an integral part of this.
Jordan, while you're on the plane, I know that you said you aren't going to record anything there, but while you are there, could you do me a favor? I had a good segment idea that I feel like we really need to get rolled out as soon as possible.
Okay.
So if to open the script, I just need you to record right now, please, if you can. This is a bomb. I have a bomb in my pocket. It's ready to blow. Oh my God. I just am so ready for us all to end.
I think that's really good, actually. And then also, if you can end it with "I'm opening the door." Holy shit! I thought it would be harder than this, but I'm actually opening the door.
I hope that this does not accidentally get caught by some sort of auto moderation on any of the services you're streaming on.
We're too small time, I think, to catch Twitch's eye at this point. I hope. Fingers crossed.
That's so funny.
At the same time, hey, you should help us not be too small to catch Twitch's eye. I'd love to have those bigger problems.
Make it a problem for us.
Tell Bug and Moss to your friend. Whoops.
Tell Bug and Moss to your friends.
Yep. Tell Bug and I said it. Tell Bug and Moss to your friends. Share the show. That's amazing. The more we can grow that. If we can get to, I think it's 25 followers on Twitch, we can hit affiliate, at which point ads start rolling in. And I don't think it'll help us that much, but it'll help a little bit. And we'll figure out a way to do that really unintrusively or not at all, and try and focus on Patreon. But we want to grow this thing. So yeah,
hell yeah,
spread the word. We're gonna do more segments. Jordan says, I have your audio running through the airplane speakers. Hell yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. I think that's beautiful.
I think there's something that you have, Bug. Don't you got a game for us?
I have a game.
All right, what is it?
Yay.
We are playing Bug Pharma.
Ooh, Bug Pharma.
As we all know, the way that this game works is I give you the brand name and the technical real chemical name of a drug, and you tell me what you think it does.
Ooh, okay, cool. Let's do it.
Our first drug is Lasix furosemide.
Lasix furosemide?
Lasix,
Lasix
or
for-
furosemide.
Lasix.
So I hear LASIK, I immediately, and I'm sure a lot of people think eye surgery,
Yeah.
the laser eye surgery.
So it can't be related to eyes because then it would be infringing on trademark. So it has to be something that is distinct enough that it's not related
What's the other name?
to that.
Furosemide.
Furosemide.
I think it is one of those like weird fat burning drugs in air quotes. I think it's like a diet drug. That's my guess.
Lasix furosemide. I think that it is something, it has iron in it. So it is helping with blood thinning.
So it is a diuretic. Lasix is the brand name of furosemide to treat edema due to heart failure, liver scarring, kidney disease, blah, blah, blah. How I found it is that it lasts 6 hours. Lasix. La-6.
Oh!
Okay. No
Wow.
point for anybody. No point for anybody.
That's amazing.
George Diaz in the YouTube chat says eye drops. Fuck.
Yes.
Just a little PSA. If you are tuning into the show from YouTube, the chat is much more delayed to get to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're playing the guessing games and you're on YouTube, you're in for a little bit of a pre. You got to be fast on that dial.
Yeah.
The Twitch chat lands here much faster. You got another one for us, bud?
I got
Hit us.
2 more for you.
All right. That theme is short, so here's the next one.
All right. Zyvox. Zyvox or Linzaloid. Wait, no. Linzalid.
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 No. Linzalid.
Okay.
Linzalid.
Linzolid. Linzalid? Linzalid.
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 Or Zyvox.
Okay, Zyvox, if it's named as stupidly as the last one, I think it makes you not able to talk when you sleep.
Yeah. Man, that was what was the first name again?
Linzalid.
Linzalid. That's the brand?
No, Zyvox is the
Zyvox
brand.
is the brand.
Zyvox.
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 Can't let you do that, Zyvox.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Zyvox.
Yeah, it feels very sci-fi.
I will say that this is for putting you into a stupor for a inter-solar system space trip.
I think it increases the amount of available oxygen in your blood.
I think these are all very good guesses, but unfortunately, it is actually an antibiotic used for antibiotic-resistant gram-positive bacteria. And it was named because those are cool letters towards the end, I guess.
Wait, really?
I think so.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Does it say that? Does it say this drug was named for the cool letters near the
No,
end
but
of it?
somebody on Reddit said that.
Oh, okay. Jordan says, isn't that a robot character on Mortal Kombat? So it's for like treating oil disease?
For sure.
For sure.
Definitely oil disease.
Hate when I get oil disease.
I've got one more.
Oh, how exciting.
yeah.
Here comes that old music we
Is this one
love.
for treating oil disease?
It
need
is
something
not
for
for
that.
treating oil disease. However, it is Cialis or Tadalafil.
That make pee-pee boom. That make pee-pee go boing, 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 boing.
I'm going to say that it's for Cialis, cilia, like in your nose for mucus and stuff.
Oh. Or in
so
your ears for
Cialis
hearing.
is for turning your nose into like you ever play Pokemon like when Squirtle goes water gun? It's for doing that with your nose.
Yeah, like when Squirtle goes water gun.
When Squirtle goes water gun.
Cialis is one of those little blue pills. It makes you go boing, 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 boing if you're a pee-pee haver. I think that's what it is. I think it's a pee-pee boing, 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 boing.
It
Or,
is.
sorry, the technical term for those is boingant.
As a Muppet, I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, you're not, I was going to say smooth like a Ken doll, but sort of more like smooth like a sock.
Yeah, smooth like a sock.
Yeah.
I will say that Cialis is a boyoyoyoing,
A boingant.
but also I picked it because the technical name Tadalafil, like tada,
Oh, wow. Ta-da, la fil.
Tadalafil.
You want le fil? That's very good. J'aime manger beaucoup de jambon.
What about the ham?
I said I would like to eat a lot of ham.
Okay,
I think.
I think that's
It's
beautiful.
pretty close.
Hey, if Chloe's around.
Chloe, yeah,
I need
let us know how that
J'aime
went.
manger beaucoup de jambon. I keep forgetting the word for ham.
That's pretty close.
Jambon's the only one I know.
I wish I could remember how to say I want to eat out of the trash can because like I know like j'aime manger I like to
Je
eat
voudrais- je
but I don't know
voudrais-
out of the
Je
le
voudrais
poubelle.
Je voudrais manger Poubelle? Not oh. I don't know how to say out of. Yeah, out of's weird.
Yeah, I don't either. I
Yeah.
don't remember my French well enough.
Yeah, j'aime would be like I like to eat.
Yes.
J'aime manger. Je voudrais.
Je voudrais. Yeah, je voudrais manger.
This
would
is
be-
the new bilingual portion of the show.
Okay. Je veux manger dans la poubelle.
J'ai vu. Yeah.
Or, according to Google's voice, oh, let me make sure that's loud enough for everybody.
Je veux manger dans la poubelle.
Yeah.
That voice sounds like a tired skunk.
Here's a fun little Easter egg if you don't know this. On Google, when you translate something, if you click the listen button twice, it says it slower. So if I click it again, it'll play at normal speed.
Je veux manger dans la poubelle.
And if I click again, we get that special version that Daddy like.
Je veux manger dans la poubelle.
I feel like I'm running through water.
The stretch slowing of that makes my back hurt.
Je veux manger dans la poubelle. Hey, je veux manger.
Wait, do it in Italian.
Into Italian? I think we can do that. Do you speak Italian, Ty?
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, I was going to ask if you have a guess as to what it might be in Italian. If you do.
No.
Okay, here it is. Do you want the first or the second version? Well, I'll give
Do
you
the slow version.
Yeah, I'll give you the slow version first. Here we are.
Voglio mangiare dalla spazzatura.
Spazzatura. I like spazzatura.
Spazzatura is nice.
That's so good. And yeah, the trash is la spazzatura.
La spazzatura.
That's a pretty good. I like that a lot. Pubella, says Spooky Spouses. Oh, thank you all for joining us on this special Saturday episode. Ty, thank you for hanging out with us. We only got
It's
a
been
couple
really fun.
minutes left, so it's time to tie off the ends of our shoelaces, tie them together, and why? What's up, Bug? You got something?
That's just a lot of tie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tie
that
off,
is a lot.
tie together.
You guys were talking about tiebreakers earlier, and I felt
It's like-
intimidated.
Were you scared?
This was pre-recording.
Yeah, if we had to do any tiebreakers, things would have gotten a little bit dicey.
I have something to lead us out.
Oh, what's that?
Oh.
Here's a little bit of odd news.
Oh, some odd news from
Yes.
Bug. Hey.
Tim Allen sound.
Hell yeah. From UPI's odd news right out of Korea, really big pig seen wandering loose in North Carolina. Authorities in North Carolina are asking local residents to keep an eye out for a really big pig seen wandering loose. The sheriff's office said on social media that the new heavyweight champion was spotted in the Mason Road area, but animal services personnel were unable to locate the ambassador.
Who's writing this?
Someone's having a lot of fun, and it might be Ben Hooper who authored this article.
Hey, Ben. Nice, dude.
It might be Ben, but also let me read you this quote
Okay.
from, I think the Durham County Sheriff's Office might be having a lot of fun. To put it lightly, he is a really big pig. We're talking absolute unit status. He's currently living his best life on the lam, but we'd like to get him somewhere safe before he decides to move into someone's backyard permanent-like.
As we get older and slang mutates, I'm just thinking about news reporting in the future being like, Ted Zinn gunned down 50 people. He's really in his mass murder era.
No cap.
No cap. It's giving slaughter. It's serving bloodshed. More at 11. You know?
It's happening. Language is beautiful.
The criminal was last seen goated with the sauce of his own doings. Sheesh, said the sheriff. They were maybe
Sheesh, said the sheriff.
the chase lasted 6-7 hours. Oh man.
I feel like we're doing a speak and say book right now.
I feel like the only acceptable use of AI is going to be to take news stories, convert them into Gen Alpha slang, and then read them on this show.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's very fun. Wow, love a big pig. Love a big missing pig. Love a wild pig.
You gotta love a big pig.
Yeah, they're pretty scary though. As we
That's
talked
some
about
pig.
like yesterday, I think that is some pig. I've
Yeah.
seen Babe.
Oh.
Some pig is not from Babe.
Some pig is not
Really?
from Babe. Some pig is from
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web.
That's some pig.
What's the one from Babe?
That's Babe.
That's
it's a pig.
Oh, wow. Hey, babe.
How do they end it? Oh, no.
That's a great question.
Oh.
Thank you all for joining us on the
Who can say?
afternoon telephone show this Saturday. Hope you're gearing up for a beautiful rest of your afternoon as we round the bell to 12 o'clock on the dot if you're here in Eastern Standard Time with us. Bug, Ty, it's a pleasure. It's always
been
a
a
pleasure.
blast.
It's been so fun.
It's
Thanks
been
for having
super
me,
fun.
guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We will catch you all on Monday with the regularly scheduled show. We got some more voicemails. But hey, if you have something you want to share with us on Monday, make sure you get it in the voicemail ASAP. 848 Moss Bug.
This is Moss and Bug.